Hello, party people. It is your boy Chungus here with week 4 of BPL. I know I just uploaded for this league, but you know what? That's just how the scheduling goes. That is just how it is. We are facing up against Pynapel right now. I am aware or have been told that they're a pretty great coach, and their team has simultaneously some of the scariest setup offense and some pretty terrifying defense on it. So I definitely do not want to sleep on this team at all if I am wise. I think we have a decent matchup and a decent chance of winning. There are a couple of mons that are just huge threats, and we'll get to that more later. But regardless, this should be an interesting game, and I think we have a pretty decent team for it. So first is Seymour. We're going to start off with them, and I gotta say, this is one of the most important mons, if not the most important mon on our team, for the reason that they have a Kartana. Kartana is an utterly terrifying sweeper. It just destroys almost my entire roster. Like, INCINEROAR can hardly switch in. What's the good news? The good news is, since we have a Mega Venusaur, they need to run either a Band or Life Orb set, otherwise they just cannot break through. So that does mean we can always revenge kill them with one of our other mons. The other good news is that this Venusaur set does decently, and unless they get lucky, we cannot lose outright to Kartana, which, you know, is still it's still not that great a feeling, but you know, it's better than nothing. Now they do have a couple grass types, so Leech Seed spam isn't great, but Kartana cannot take an Earth Power, and of course Rotom cannot touch Venusaur whatsoever and hates a Sludge Bomb, although we don't want to get burnt, keep that in mind. Just because any chip for dealing with cart matters. I just have Synthesis, so I can try and 1v1 cart a little bit better, and then just that Sludge, Earth Power. Gliscor does to us all day, but I mean, Leech Seed at least cancels out their Poison Heal, and as you guys will soon see, we have some pretty decent Gliscor answers. Venusaur is a good switch into Cofagrigus, whatever you want to call it. Kartana, and it can also deal with Florges, Rotom, and Empoleon. It is also an insane Pikachu answer, one of the best, period. So that is really nice. It basically stops them from bringing it. I don't think they would anyway, but that really gets them to not do that. In any case, next we have our Bloodsport. Our Scizor is back this week. And they're looking for a little revenge. We got an interesting set here. I debated it a lot. I also debated it with someone else for a little bit, but I think this is the set that works best here, in my opinion. That speed is just to make sure an Empoleon creeping min speed Scizor can outspeed us. We are mostly Fizz Def as a backup answer to Kartana, and also to take basically infinite hits from a non-setup Gliscor. This switches in incredibly well to Florges, and to some sets of Mew, but it's in the end a defensive but offensive build, if that makes sense. So it puts on offensive pressure and then pivots out against some more defensive mons. Like, it's not a breaker, but it has that strength, superpower, hits Snorlax, Sharpedo, Kartana, and Empoleon for absolutely massive damage. Mew is not wanting to take a U-turn, even if it's a really defensive set. Overall, I just think it's a pretty nice set. It should do its job here, I hope. Next we have Noir, Milotic. Milotic is another mon pulling an insane amount of weight. In case you guys haven't seen the rest of my BPL series so far, every week is just Seymour and Noir being forced to just hard carry. But you know, that's how it is. Noir is our only Sharpedo answer. It is our Gliscor answer. It's also a main Skuntank answer, as well as Venusaur. Venusaur does that as well. It is absolutely essential because it has Haze, which is going to shut down Mew, Gliscor, Snorlax, and even potentially a Sharpedo that's trying to set up. Ice Beam is just so we can always 1v1 Gliscor. I'm considering switching out for like Toxic or Flip Turn, but I mean, if you look at their team, there's nothing they're really going to want to hit, really like get hit with a Toxic. So I think tentatively I'd say this set's better. It also does let us hit their Rotom on the switch-in, which is pretty nice. In any case, a decent set. I think it should hopefully do its job well enough against their team. Next we have Meowser, a very offensive set this week. I'm happy to bring offensive Incineroar. Now, if you look at their team, if you notice anything, their fire resist is a Sharpedo Mega, as well as Thick Fat Snorlax. Neither of those mons love taking hits defensively. Neither one can take a CC whatsoever. Their team doesn't love knock very much at all. Parting Shot, of course, just gets me great momentum against them. And Flare Blitz, of course, is super free. With this set, we can outspeed a low-speed Gliscor, and we can 2KO a Spadef Gliscor with Poison Heal. Which is really sweet, I'll be honest. It's a really nice thing to have. It should do us well. Next, we have a bit of an interesting set. This is one I debated a bit. Batra is coming back. I'm excited to use him. I love Noivern. I wanted to run Super Fang. I wanted to run U-Turn. There's a bunch of stuff I wanted to run, but I think this is the most optimal set. Taunt is to shut down stuff like Gliscor. Florges on the switch-in, Cofagrius, and especially Mew. Although we can't really take an ice hit from Mew, so we got to be careful there. Roost, of course, to heal up. Defog to make sure hazards are off the field so Meowser can safely switch in. And Hurricane. Hurricane does not hit their entire team. They do have Empoleon as a solid resist, as well as a lot of their mons just switch in on it and eat it, like Florges especially, and even Mew. But this is more of a pivot, I'll be honest. With our special attack, we can one-shot Kartana with Hurricane and Outspeed, so if they're not Scarf, there we go. Assuming we hit, that's a backup answer to that, which is really sweet. And finally, we have Helijeff, our Landorus, here again with a very simple set, Gravity, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, U-Turn. Under Gravity, we 2KO their entire team except for full Spadef Mew and a Snorlax, and like a Spadef Snorlax. Defensive Snorlax, in my opinion, isn't all that great. Also, we have some really solid answers to it, so I think that's fine. Mew is a bigger problem, but I mean, a no setup Mew is a Mew that I'm loving to see, man. In any case, it is what it is. I think this set will do its job well. Gravity just crushes into a lot of their team. Gravity Earth Power, I mean. Look, their only ground resists are Rotom and Gliscor, which are neutral if grounded. So that's just pretty sweet. In any case, we are gonna get started pretty soon here, and let's hope we do a little better than last week. I'm sorry about that performance. It was, yeah, all things considered, it was pretty sad. That was my bad. I'm learning about stall. That's no excuse, but I am learning. Let's hope this is a bit of a better game. Hello, we are here with our battle. And we are up against Pynapel. As a reminder, they ended up bringing the Mew, Florges, Sharpedo, Rotom, Gliscor, and Kartana. A lot of the threats we expected. That doesn't help us beat them. But you know what? We are going to do our absolute best because there is nothing else we can do. And I feel like a Meowser lead would be perfect. They lead Gliscor, which is interesting because you may think that this is a really bad lead for me, but also they do not want to be knocked off on that Gliscor. I would say that is just kind of how it is. Let me see how much Sharpedo is taking from a Flare Blitz. Sharpedo dies. God, this mon's so fun. So I kind of want to just knock off. That could lead them to go hard Sharpedo. I don't love the prospect of staying in. We do take half our health from that, and we don't have Wish, which makes Flare Blitz spam basically completely beaten by healing up. But the chances that they stay in seem pretty low to me, so I'm going to click Flare Blitz. They do stay in. How interesting. Let's see if they go for the EQ. They go for a Stealth Rock. Well, I'm going to click a Flare Blitz again. We outspeed them, which is super nice. And we should actually pick up a KO against something unless they have some bulk on their Sharpedo. We don't get the roll, or that is a really fat Mew. Florges is not a switch-in, to clarify. Them getting rocks up is not ideal, but I would love to just get rid of those. They go into this. All this chip isn't my favorite thing in the world, but the PP stall doesn't matter. Ooh, I want to see if this dies. Please die. Yeah, it did die. Yo, Meows are absolutely pulling through. I love this mon. Unfortunately, this could lead them to go cart. If they go cart, sad as it is to say, my best option is just to click Flare Blitz. I don't love the yeah, there comes cart. I don't love the prospect of giving them a beast boost, but we can play around what they use, and it keeps them from clicking SD. They go for an Aerial Ace. That actually does kill. And they have a Speed Beast boost. What? They must be running some... Sorry, that is the wrong mon. What sort of cut into Incineroar? And that is in here. Wait, we already know their Life Orb. In any case... 22.7, so that definitely kills. What sort of attack are they running to be getting a speed boost? That's like min. That's like, how are they getting a speed boost? How are they getting a speed? Whatever. I feel like Batra is probably the play. I'd like to first calc into Florges, though, to see if we can 2KO it. That is Incineroar. So, how much did we deal to Incin the first time? We did 78. So they are Fizz Death, which means Batra, I think, can 2KO. Yeah, if I hit 2 Hurricanes, I can 2KO. If we miss this Hurricane and die, that could be close to it. So I could be throwing. They go for an... I forgot they had a speed boost. I'll be entirely honest. I don't know why I did that. I hate keeping rocks on the field, but Mew is even scarier. So I'm going to click Taunt here, and then probably pivot out. They go for a Calm Mind. Okay, they're Special Mew. Jesus, that is a threat and a half. I could see them clicking Ice Beam here. That is definitely a possibility. I don't want to lose this mon, so I kind of want to, but I kind of want to just click Defog. Getting rid of hazards, I don't think it's worth. The thing about Milo is it does let in Florges, unfortunately, which I don't like doing at all. This is tough. Very tough indeed. I'm gonna click Defog. I go Florges. Ah, okay. They made a good play. I go Bloodsport, but I mean... Yeah, they're probably just gonna protect here. I wish I had SD now, but I think I'm gonna click U-turn in case they go Gliscor. They do go Gliscor. So Florges stays under half. Gliscor is basically at full, which isn't ideal. But I think I'm gonna Ice Beam and do a chunk of damage. I'm actually just gonna kill with Ice Beam. Okay, sure. They go Rotom Mo. I go Seymour here. Since we didn't ever get the chance to Mega, it's not ideal, but especially since Mew's probably just gonna get in on this. No, they're gonna... Okay, well, I severely doubt they stay in, so I'm going to click Leech Seed. I think they stayed... Nope, they're going to go for Volt Switch. They are chipping us down, so we'll be careful about that. Leech Seed, lovely. And then I'm just going to click Sludge Bomb. And we actually get the KO. How nice. So I'm going to click Leech Seed on their Mew here, I think. Yeah, I am. Okay, that's really nice. Very nice indeed. We still have to be extremely careful about this Mew. I'm probably gonna lose diff because of the way I'm playing, but I'm just gonna click. Oh, that sucks. Sorry. Now that poison does mean they're gonna be getting a lot of extra chip on that mon. But the sludge was worth it. We are definitely gonna lose this now, I'd say. That's basically a guarantee. But I'm happy with it. 14 from Sludge Bomb. And they are at +2 speed def. So are they like max? So that tells me that they are a very bulky Mew, which is nice because that means Scizor may I don't know. Scizor doesn't outspeed. Whatever. They go for a Roost here. I think I'm gonna go Batra. They go for a Psychic. Oh my gosh, that does a lot. They are a player with a degree of smarts, so I would think they would. Oh, they're gonna go Rotom. Okay. Actually, I think I'm gonna Roost here. They have shown themselves to not be Scarf, and we are a pretty darn bulky mon. Jeez, that crit did a lot. Holy crapoli. Alright, here comes Mew. Just gonna taunt it again. They go this. I'm just gonna Hurricane it. I don't think... Oh, I missed my Hurricane. Whatever. Noivern, I'm curious how much we're doing into Mew. Without +2 speed. We actually have a chance to kill, and I think they would predict the taunt, so I'm going to go for a Hurricane. Nice, we do hit this one. We do around half. Oh, that confused sucks, sorry. But I'm just going to go for a Roost, make sure we're staying healthy. Man, you know, if you guys are listening to the music, I hope it's not too loud this time, by the way. I love Slave Night Gale's theme, man. I love that. Okay, they're basically just letting themselves lose at this point. I'm gonna go for the taunt to be safe. They reveal their last move as Earth Power, and Batra is gonna let the last KO. Alright. Mayhaps, there was a little bit of throwing there. I don't mean to throw shade, but literally clicking like Earth Power on a Noivern. I think that may just be my winning position at that point. I can get that. I've definitely just tried to accelerate games. Anyway, no need to talk about it that much. I'm happy for the 5-0. Doesn't quite make up for the 6-0 last week and all of the shame that came with it, but still a really solid win for the Comfies. We're back in BPL. Man, I just don't want to face stall again. In any case, I'll be right back at you next week.